Joel here with Bodycam Breakdown TV. Today's footage comes from Midwest Safety. If you want to watch the original video without my commentary or breakdown, I'll have the full footage linked below so you can watch it start to finish. As always, we've trimmed the routine parts so we can get straight to the breakdown. By the time we join this incident, officers are already dealing with a driver connected to a stolen vehicle report. What makes this case stand out is that it isn't the first time police have encountered the same white Ford Explorer that day, setting the stage for an encounter that had already been unfolding long before officers arrived. The breakdown starts now.
No, we put in gear, watch out, he's putting gear.
Go,
Get out the car now, get out the car! He's taking off, out of the parking lot.
Your incident has been updated.
He went into Wendy's,
Taking off from officers immediately changes the nature of the call. At that point, officers are no longer dealing with a vehicle complaint. They're trying to determine why the driver is willing to increase the risk to avoid another encounter with law enforcement.
He went into Wendy's,
Your incident has been updated.
He just hopped the curb,
Your incident has been updated.
Going right onto Monday Mill, Smiley, get up here and pit him.
Incident has been updated.
Tag is AFA, white mill, black shirt, black ball cap.
The pursuit is still active because officers have determined that, at least for now, the need to apprehend the driver outweighs the risks of letting him go. Every additional moment behind the wheel gives officers more information about the driver's behavior and how they're going to bring this encounter to a safe conclusion.
Your incident has been updated.
Going through the light at Thurmanton or Monday Mill, goes Monday Mill. Coming up on Monday Mill Drive.
Intersections are one of the most dangerous parts of any pursuit because they're unpredictable. When a driver starts colliding with other vehicles, officers have to assume the risk to the public is increasing, and that can quickly influence the tactics and resources used to bring the pursuit under control.
Move! Get out of the way! Move!
619, you're clear to spike.
619, clear to spike.
Coming up on heavy traffic, guys. Coming up on heavy traffic.
Officers are continuing the pursuit, but they're also planning several steps ahead. Every second gives them more information about the driver's behavior and what tactics may be appropriate if the situation continues.
Alright, guys, I got these spikes. Watch it. Spike, hey. Clear exit 2 lane. Hit spikes. I'm clear. Clear. Spike set.
If the spike strips were successful, officers know the driver's ability to keep fleeing may be limited. The next few moments are critical because a driver who realizes the pursuit is coming to an end can become more unpredictable as options begin to disappear.
Here, he's still driving on the number 2 lane, going about 80 miles an hour. Number 2 lane, still driving 80 miles per hour. He got right.
Officers are still evaluating their options as the pursuit continues. When a driver refuses to stop after this long, law enforcement has to begin considering tactics that can safely bring the encounter to an end before the risks to the public continue to grow.
You want to try box it? Number 1 lane, 50 miles an hour. Pitch, Smiley, pitch. He good.
Good pit, he's gonna run off foot, watch out!
Stop the car now!
Once the vehicle is disabled, the priority shifts immediately from stopping the pursuit to controlling the driver. Officers want him out of the vehicle as quickly as possible because, until he's in custody, they still don't know whether he'll comply, flee on foot, or present another threat.
Get out of the car! Get out of the car! Get out of the car now! Get out of the car! Get out of the car! Get out of the car!
The pursuit may be over, but officers still need to gain compliance before this encounter is truly under control. Given the driver's actions up to this point, officers are preparing a less lethal option in case verbal commands alone aren't enough.
Taser! Pull me out! Pull me out! Pull me out! Get out of the car! Ow! Ow! Get out of the car! Get out of the car! Get out!
He's bummed out. Give me back now!
Give me this hand.
Once the handcuffs go on, officers can finally begin transitioning from managing the pursuit to securing the scene. Bringing someone into custody safely is the final step in reducing uncertainty and ensuring the encounter doesn't escalate any further.
Go ahead. Go ahead. I got him.
Move this hand.
What's your 95?
Hey, put it in park! He moves the car! He moves the car!
Clear the car.
We are 1 mile to the exit east
Pull your
side.
knees in. I'm trying to. Pull your knees in now.
1 mile to the exit east side.
Stand up.
The incident ended with the driver being taken into custody after officers brought the pursuit to a close and secured the area without further incident. Public records indicate that the 43-year-old was later booked on several charges stemming from the stolen vehicle investigation, the pursuit itself, and his conduct during the encounter. Investigators also recovered multiple alcoholic beverages from inside the SUV, including containers that had already been opened, while the vehicle was removed from the scene after sustaining only minor damage. Once the decision was made to flee, the focus shifted from recovering a stolen vehicle to protecting the public and safely ending the pursuit. Throughout the incident, officers were continually forced to adapt as conditions changed in real time. What are your thoughts on how officers handled this incident? Let me know in the comments below. Alright, that's the end of today's breakdown. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments, how do you think this situation went down? Did the officers handle it the right way, or would you have done something differently? If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video. It really helps the channel grow. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next Bodycam breakdown.